seems inevitable that Diana's relationship is going to fall apart. What can you say about the development when it comes to that love triangle?
You mean with Adam and Cassie? It's definitely going to have its ups and downs. Adam and Diana have been together for 3.5 years, so they truly do love each other, but Cassie brings in another element of confusion, and it's really fun to play the ups and downs of the triangle for sure.
And kind of along that note, and there's an upcoming episode where you're playing this date night with Adam. Can you talk a little bit about how that goes?
I was just about to say, I think Diana and Adam are going to surprise you. I think what we've seen so far from what's aired is a very, how do you say it? What's the word? Basically, you'll be surprised at what Adam and Diana's relationship really is when they're not doing witchcraft, or maybe when they are doing witchcraft alone.
Now, there's a new character coming in played by Chris Silka. Is he a love interest for anybody, possibly?
Of course. You're not going to bring in a guy and not have to be a love interest for someone. And look at him. Yeah, he's definitely a love interest for someone.
You can't say at all who?
I don't think I can. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it for you guys to...
Are Diana and Faye going to continue to be at odds over who's like the queen bee?
Of course. I think they will always be at each other's throats. But I think we've found, as actresses, Phoebe and I have found some moments that will definitely show you different colors of our friendship.
And how much,
or lack thereof.
How much going forward are you guys really looking into your parents' circle and maybe seeing parallels or similarities to yours?
That is definitely a through line throughout every episode. Some episodes focus more on that than others, but we've yet to come to any kind of conclusion. I mean, we're only on episode 8, so of course we're not going to know anything until episode 22, if we are picked up with the back 9, and hopefully we are. We have high hopes. And then even then, you're still going to be having questions that you're not going to get answers to until hopefully 2nd and 3rd season.
Is anyone getting closer? Like, would you say there's one character that maybe is learning more than others and keeping it a secret from the others?
I think we're all learning things, and we all have secrets, and that's what I really love about the show is whenever we're doing a scene where it's more than 2 people and it's the rest of the circle, there's so many things going on in each of our minds, and there's so many complicated relationships between each character. So it's really fun as an actor to play that, because it's not just Adam and I have been together for 3.5 years and I hate Faye, and Cassie's the new girl and I really like her, but she has a thing for my boyfriend. Mm-hmm. No, it's that times 10. And each character always has a secret, and I think throughout each episode you start to get some insight on what that is.
What's some of the better magic that cool magic that you've gotten to do?
Cool magic that we've gotten to do? All of it's really cool. One of my favorite things to shoot was in the pilot, and that was the rain scene, because I had never done anything with the rain tower, and they couldn't warm up the water. I didn't know they even could warm up the water. I was expecting it to be cold, but what was it cold? As crazy as it was, and as miserable as we should have been for how cold it was and how long we did this, it was by far our most fun scene, me, Brittany, and Phoebe, to do, because we would go back into this little boat that was rocking back and forth, and I get motion sickness, so on top of being freezing, I was like, but at the same time, we were all cracking up laughing and totally delirious, and it was one of my favorite things to shoot.
Going back to the parents, is Diana or one of the other characters sort of going to become suspicious of what the parents are up to currently, right now?
I'm sure. I mean, even in the episode that just aired, the 3rd episode, Loner, you see Diana start to look at her dad like, what's going on? Okay, maybe I'll believe you. It's about you're dating my principal. Maybe not. But I think we're all suspicious of our parents because, and now I can't talk about that.
Yeah.
There will be a lot of suspicion and surprises with our parents, for sure.
Any flashbacks? Will we see them in their youth?
The parents? Mm-hmm. Possibly.
Is there anything that you would like to do before the season's over that you haven't had a chance to yet?
Ooh, I've been given so much already. So many dirty thoughts in my mind. I don't know. It's just whatever they throw at me, I'm willing to do.
Do you have any big scenes coming up with your TV dad, Gil Harold, that you can tease to us?
Let me think for a second. Yeah. Yeah.
Is there anything you can tell us?
There are a lot of father-daughter moments with Diana and her dad, and I really enjoyed shooting those with Gail. Yeah.
Just to go back to Adam and Diana for a second, what is your pitch for why fans should be rooting for Diana and Adam versus, Cassie and Adam?
Good question. Diana and Adam have a really strong and long history, and I don't know about you, but me personally in real life, like especially when you watch like The Notebook, right? You want the two to be together, and all this time goes by and they can't, but you still want them to go back with that first person. Like the new person comes in and there's that relationship, but as the viewer, I don't know about you, but when I watch, I always want them to go back to their roots. Like Sweet Home Alabama as well, like Reese Witherspoon. You want her back with the first guy she was ever with, and I think there's something to be said about that. And I think Diana and Adam have a really special connection and a really great relationship, regardless of what's happening with Cassie. And I think Adam needs to figure out what that thing is with Cassie, and it'll be interesting to see if he thinks it's destiny or if he really is in love with her.